Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on euro currency. On the forex market this week, the price performance was not really very significant. On euro currency in particular, there was strong resistance the market stands at. So if you read our report in last week, probably should remember that euro stands at the weekly overbought and at strong confidence resistance. So market just can't pass through it without any pullback. To escape the overbought condition, and then you try to challenge the confidence resistance again that it has on the weekly. But currently, this market still stands at the overbought. You can see the result of this in the chart, and actually the price action of this week in the recent 5 candles that shows what has happened. So last week we said that 1260s will be approximately the sale, and indeed market is calling here, trying to move higher and collapsed. And last week lots of important events have happened, guys, and that has made us to prepare extended fundamental part of the research this week, because there we have the political events, there we have economical events, statistics. For example, if you watching for statistics in other countries, you probably saw the United Kingdom gross domestic product release in last week. That was awful numbers, contraction for the 20% on a month-over-month basis. So it put the economy of the United Kingdom back in 2002. And although in the previous month the numbers were in a row with other countries that shows the improvement performance, the same as the United States. And the United Kingdom is the only country that published the month-over-month data that led us to take a faster look at the changes that's happening in the gross domestic product. And it means that the statistics of the United States that we will get in the future also could be negative surprise. That's the first moment. Second moment, guys, in the fundamental part, in the fundamental sphere that we see is that hidden inflation in the United States dollar. I already briefly talked about it in the daily updates, but the rising of the stock market, rising of the commodities suggest that we have nothing else but devaluation of the United States dollar. This is inflation. So you just can't print the 20 trillions or 10 trillions of the United States dollars without any consequences. Sooner or later, but this money will find the road into the prices. It should pass approximately 8-12 months. So first they will come in the commodities, then they will find the road in the expenses of the companies, when the goods will become more expensive, and then they will roll in the final good price, retail price, or in the in deficit of some goods. But sooner or later that this will happen. And now we see the first signs of that. It's difficult to not agree with the economist of the Yale University. He has a column in the Bloomberg. And he writes that the dollar could lose 35% of its value within the 1-2 years. So that I have put the link to this article in our research, so you could read it. It's really interesting. In the political sphere, guys, it's lots of troubles again. So it will be too naive to talk that all this unrest that stands in the United States first, now it's come to Europe, is just an occasional thing in support of the black population. So it's definitely planned and well-paid measures, and I think that's come from the Democrats. So that's only because they're only the force who get the advantage from that. And now the Biden already stands ahead of the Trump in voting. assessment in the polls. So it's long run till the elections yet, of course. But currently, it really decreased the value of the Donald Trump as the president. So they have the problems with the China, they have the pandemic, they have the unrest, and all this stands as a burden on the reputation of the Donald Trump. So that's in the current circumstances definitely stands in the favor of Democrats, and as it has happened previously very often, and then absolutely in the same manner, we could definitely say that's paid by the Democrats. And in Europe, the same unrest they used it to scare the political elite that stands in Europe, and to explain them what they have to do to not meet the real problems in the future if Democrats will come to the power. So that things that we currently have in place. In the current situation, it's very difficult to take the bets on advantage United States dollar. But we are living in a fast dynamic situation. Situation changes rapidly. And as United States and European Union, I mean in terms of the currencies, have the chances to win in this game. So depending on those who take the faster response, who will be more united in the current situation, provide more stimulus to the economy using the weakness of the opponent, well, they will get more advantage. Currently, the advantage stands in Europe because they come to agreement on providing of the cash. They will meet next week again, but United States real problems in a lot of spheres. And currently, your currency stands as a more attractive value asset for investing. So now a few words on the technical side. I'm speaking too long on the fundamental part, but it's really a very important topic right now. On the technical side, guys, mostly we're waiting for the same trading scenarios that we've discussed already. As market finally has turned to the downward action, we do not have the grabber that we discussed on Friday on a daily chart because market right now has turned trend to the bearish. We do not have corresponding to the free drive sell, so this scenario has been erased by the price action. Now we're turning to first trading setup that we discussed already, is potential bread by the buy trade. Although we do not think that right from this level market will turn up to the new tops. We're mostly currently watching for a deep pullback here to the upside because previous upside momentum was strong, and here's market should show reaction on the support area. But first, market has to hit this level to show this upward reaction. And from that standpoint, if we'll take a look at the 4-time frame chart, on hourly chart, you will see that the XOP target that we discussed on Friday has been hit. And even market has dropped slightly lower, so it succeeded downward action. This head and shoulders or something of that sort, maybe it will be formed. But currently, somehow, I suggest that we probably should get downside continuation to reach this support area, because 1187 has not been hit yet. But we see strong acceleration based on this A, B, C pattern. Right to the OP, it was fast acceleration. This market shows minor pullback. Then again, we see the acceleration again to the XOP. It means currently we could take into consideration larger extension, blue lines. As you can see, this large A, B, C top. And OP stands around 1195. So some flirting around it probably will touch the fib level of the 1187. And I suggest that that will be the point where the brain body could start. So I think that we could focus on this scenario, because here is definitely the CD leg shows the acceleration. It means that market could reach the OP. Alternatively, we could get, of course, this head and shoulders market starts upward action, stop the right will be formed, and then deeper ABCD pattern. It's also possible. But I hope that we will get the first scenario with a direct hit of the 1187, and then starting with upward action. That, by the way, also could be kind of the maybe a shoulder or something of that sort. It's deep retracement. That's what we will keep an eye on the beginning of the next week on Monday, and then we will see what will happen next.